Welcome back, and well, look who decided to come in third today for our coaches show. It is head men's and women's tennis coach Jeff Bramlett. Coach, you're coming off a couple of matches last week. You took on UT Dallas, came away empty-handed. At least that was on the women's side of the match. But fortunately for you, that didn't really count towards your conference standings because what matters is the matches in the East. And on the women's side, you were able to bounce back to pick up a big win against Belhaven this week. So just talk about the match overall.
Well, thank you. I'd already forgotten about the UT Dallas match, and then you had to go and remind me about it. But no, it was a good match. We played a lot better than the score indicated. We actually had a lot of real close matches in the doubles, almost took a 2-1 lead. And then at one point, we were winning 4 out of 6 girls singles matches, and then we only won one of those, lost I think 2 of them in super tiebreakers. But Lisa Kendall came through for us, played lights out again, got a big win for us at number 2. But it gives us a good idea in case we run up against them again in the conference tournament. It gives us a good idea of what we need to work on. And then what was the other question? Was it Belhaven?
It was a Belhaven match.
Oh, there you go, Belhaven. Yeah, and then the girls bounced back big against Belhaven. 2 years ago, we played them and lost to them 5-4. And they were recently nationally ranked in NAI last time we played them, and swept them 9-0 in the girls. And then, of course, the big match of the day was the men in that one. And gosh, that one went down to the wire, 4 matches all. Then John Herr came through for us big. It was the hero of the match, won that one 6-4 in the third set. And gosh, I don't think we got done to about 1:30 that afternoon. A real long match, but a very exciting match, and it's a good way to end it going into Easter weekend.
Coach, you just talking about one of your players on the men's side, John Herr. He's played spectacular this year so far for you guys. He had a big role in you guys coming away with that win. As you said, he was an ASC Player of the Week this season. So just talk to me about his performance and how how he's really helped your team overall this year.
Oh, boy. I mean, John's just one of those players that brings his lunch pail with him to work every day and just he's just really raised his game level beginning last year. And he started off actually not playing real well starting in January, early part of February. But he bounced back big starting in Orlando, beat a very highly ranked player from Kenyon University. And I think Kenyon's ranked, I don't know, I think maybe top 10 in the country on the men's side, and he's just continued it ever since then. And like you said, he got Player of the Week last week, and just that whole middle of the lineup right there with Joseph and John and Andrew. I mean, they've all been getting wins against guys that are ranked in the 11s with that UTR, that Universal Tennis rating system, which is that's pretty highly ranked players. If you're beating guys like that, they're capable of playing some D2 tennis, even, some potential D1 caliber players when you're beating players like that. So John's done a great job for us and just literally had ice water in his veins out there. If it's a final match on the court, you couldn't have a better player out there on the court than John Herz. He just stays so calm, and the pressure just doesn't seem to affect him. We were very, very, very proud of John.
Now this weekend, back to ASC play, and big matchup coming this week for both teams. You're welcoming in UT Tyler, and of course, on the women's side at least, this was the team that I believe you beat to win the ASC Conference Championship. So just kind of talk about, expecting a great match against a good Tyler team.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing them. Gosh, for the division championship potentially right now, we can't look past Laterno or Ozarks, of course. But last year or 2 years ago, we lost to him 5-4 in our home courts. Last year we lost to him at UT Tyler, but beat them in the finals of the conference tournament 5-3. So it should be a very, very good match. I'm sure they're gonna want to get us this time. They just overtook us in the national rankings. We were ranked 37th in the country. Now it looks like we've dropped out of the top 40. They're ranked 37th in the country. They've had a couple of injured players, but it looked like they all played against Trinity this last weekend, so they should be back to full strength, and should be a great match. And if we want to host it, on the women's side, this is the match we need to win to be able to host for the first time, in school history. And the men, they feel like they're ready to play them for the first time. They've been playing against all these nationally ranked players, and like I was just telling Mark, they've been holding their own against these guys with real high UTR ratings. So they feel like they're ready for UT Tyler. So should be a very exciting match.
All right, Coach, and kind of my last question for you as we wrap up here. Just had the Easter weekend, so just talk to us about the short break. How's your Easter weekend as you guys head into the final last couple of matches of the season? How did it feel to get that break in?
Oh boy, it's the first break we've had I think since February. So just got to spend time with family and friends, and able to get a little bit of sleep, and went back to our old church there in Granbury Baptist. Got to see our minister there, Lonnie, and it's just a big homecoming. It was nice just to clear my head a little bit, reboot, I didn't want to see any yellow fuzzy tennis balls or even think about tennis for a while, and ready to come back, get back to work, and hopefully finish strong.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you this weekend as you take on Tyler. We'll be right back with our final head coach in just a moment.